Kuna vile nilikuwa nimepanga kuanzisha bulletin ya leo, lakini poleni sana, itabidi nimetulia kwa sababu leo imekuwa siku mzito sana for the entire country. And I mean, right here at TV47, of course, and the entire Cape Media fraternity, we condole with the families that have lost their children. Hiyo ni mzito. I am Daddie Marto, Martin Githenji, right here for the Now Report. Wacha tuingie too straight kwa sababu it's been a very emotional day today, because we start with a devastating overnight fire at Utumishi Girls Academy in Gilgil. Yenye imeacha 16 students dead and 79 others injured. The fire broke out at around 12:45 a.m. in a second-floor dormitory, trapping helpless students as they slept. While firefighters and emergency teams managed to put out the flames by 3 a.m., they could not save the 16 girls who perished inside. Out of the 79 injured students rushed to the hospital, 71 have been discharged, while 7 remain in stable conditions. Heartbroken parents walifika shule to pick up surviving children, while others bado wanangoja identify watoto wao, as a multi-agency crisis team sets up to counseling support services for the traumatized families. That is hotline 1199. Police detectives on a search through the ashes to investigate what caused the tragic blaze. We send our condolences to the families that have lost their daughters.
We will also do everything to ensure that if there is anyone who was involved in causing this fire, that justice will be done so that your colleagues... that justice is done so that your colleagues who lost their lives and those who got injured may not be in vain.
The Director of Criminal Investigations and his team, because it's also important to get to the bottom of what caused the fire so that we can make sure that it does not happen in the future anywhere else.
And once again, our deepest condolences to the family and friends of the deceased. As a country, we mourn with you. It's a heavy season that we are in as a country. Poleni sana. All right, moving on. The Democratic Citizens Party, well, not really moving on, because ni kama tuko hapo bado. The Democratic Citizens Party, associated with former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, demand immediate resignation of Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen following the tragic Utumishi Girls Academy fire in Gilgil. Speaking at a press conference at the party headquarters, Nyandarua Senator John Methu strongly condemned the ministry's handling of the crisis, akisema that the Interior Minister must take full personal responsibility for the loss of 16 innocent lives and step down from his docket immediately. They warned that resigned compliance is the only accountable pathway for the grieving nation, calling for an entire reboot of the state security architecture to ensure learner comfort networks are protected from tragedy in the future.
We are adequately aware that the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, was informed of the fire tragedy at 2 a.m. last night, but he could not marshal government machinery and drive a distance of 1.5 hours. The Cabinet Secretary is too big that he could not even drive. He chose to only fly and was waiting for the weather to clear up this morning. A Cabinet Secretary who is an epitome of failure, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, must take personal responsibility in the loss of lives of the children who have lost their lives. If the same effort and energy used to recruit, deploy, and maintain political goons by Kipchumba Murkomen and Raymond Omoro was applied, disaster response management bill, the disaster management bill would have been applied, mitigation measures would have been implemented, and lives would have been saved.
And I think it's such things that, you know, that I respond to that sometimes get me in trouble. So I think in ile point nimefika ya kusema, the views I am going to express are mine alone and do not represent the views of Cape Media Fraternity. Wadau. Why are we politicizing tragedies? Why are we politicizing it? I mean, come on. Let us condole with the families because they have lost their daughters. Na hiyo iishie hapo kwanza. Hiyo ingine kujaribu kukimbilia, siasa. I mean, guys, come on. Peleka kwingine. Let the investigators find out what happened, what caused the fire or who caused the fire. That is what should be dealt with. Siasa tutapeleka huko kwingine. Anyway, wacha nirudi sasa kazini. Hiyo ilikuwa personal kidogo. Wacha nirudi kazini. Now, in a global celebration of Eid al-Adha, more than 300 vulnerable families in Kajiado County, including both Muslim and Christians, have received much-needed food aid to mark the celebrations of Eid al-Adha. The timely relief donations was fully provisioned and distributed across the region by Direct Aid, a prominent non-governmental organization committed to supporting underprivileged communities. While expressing immense gratitude for the nutritional intervention, the beneficiaries used the opportunity to demand system compliance from the state regarding the famous bottom-up economic agenda. Residents strongly urged the government to honor its promises to uplift small-scale traders. Wakisema Kenyans are struggling kwa sababu ya high cost of living. Direct Aid Director Mohamed Idris Ali confirmed the corporate relief initiative was driven by the core protocols of Eid al-Adha, which symbolizes sacrifice, giving back, and supporting the less fortunate. Local leaders only praised the faith-based harmony shown during the distribution, noting that feeding both Muslims and Christians in inaonyesha unity is the best way to upgrade the entire economy. To upgrade the entire economic outcome of Kajiado County.
Shukuru sana siku hii ya leo tumejumuika pamoja katika senta ya Bonari, lakini neema ambazo tumepata na ikrama ambayo tumepata, hii ni uzuri sana na uzuri wa maisha pale ambapo yameenda juu sana kiuchumi, kiafya, kimaendeleo. Lakini alhamdulillah Mwenyezi Mungu ndiye mwenye uwezo.
Na washukuru sana wengi wetu, kwama mimi kwa mfano sikuwa na matumaini ya kusherehekea sikukuu ya Eid. Lakini nawashukuru, mmetuita na mmetushughulikia vizuri. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki. Tena ningetaka tafadhali kutoa tu rai kwa hii serikali yetu. Mlituahidi mkiingia itakuwa bottom up. Mama mboga mlisema mtatushughulikia, lakini saa hii tunalia, gharama ya maisha imekuwa juu sana. Viongozi tuliwachagua na mkaenda. Tafadhali tunaomba serikali mtukumbuke, hamjachelewa. Fanyeni vile mlituahidi kwa sababu next year tutakutana pale pale.
This is African living in unity, and kudos to, you know, the people who helped the community in Kajiado County. All right, wacha tupeleke gear juu kidogo tu angalau kwa sababu tulikuwa tumeanza chini kidogo. Elgeyo Marakwet County teachers have undergone specialized training conducted by the National Counter-Terrorism Center, NCTC, on how to protect students from radicalization and violent extremism. The intense capacity building initiative is designed to equip education professionals with key criteria to detect and prevent terror networks from infiltrating local schools. Speaking during the training, NCTC official Musisi Kiilu highlighted critical drivers pushing vulnerable students towards terrorist groups, naming drug abuse, societal poverty, and active influence from extremists as the main risk. He also urged teachers to be on the front line in identifying unusual behavior changes among students, among learners, instigating proper guidance codes to shield the children from intellectual destruction. The sentiments were echoed by KO North Sub-County Director of Education, Isaiah Kipkosgei, who emphasized that to safeguard schools need collective responsibility. He called upon teachers, parents, and the entire community to stand firm and cooperate in securing the environment, ensuring that rebel extremists how I exploit unemployment, how I exploit poverty, realities could recruit innocent youth into such.
So NCTC is intending to create a pool of champions to advocate for child rights and also to advocate for child safety and security in our schools and the community at large. So we look to a future where we are creating resilience among the teaching fraternity, staff in the schools, and also members of the community around those schools. And when it comes to the children, we have the peer-to-peer mentorship in terms of being a brother's keeper and checking that our children do not get radicalized into violent extremism. There are ideologies which are perpetrated by radicalizers which lure vulnerable communities and people at risk into getting radicalized. We have drug and substance abuse. We also have gender-based violence. And through our research, we have realized there's an interlinkage between gender-based violence, drug and substance abuse, and radicalization into violent extremism.
Sasa watu ofisi yote wameshindwa kuachilia the fact that gia ilipanda ikakwama kidogo nikajipata Malkwet. Ai! Muniwache bana, muniwache. Wache niendelee, gia iendelee kupanda. Kakamega County Governor Dr. Fernandez Barasa has urged residents in the Western region to remain highly vigilant following the outbreak of Ebola in neighboring Uganda. Speaking in Matungu constituency during the funeral of Mama Teresa Khaemba, the governor called on citizens to seek immediate medical attention waki experience any unusual symptoms, noting that early detection ndio critical to prevent spread ya the deadly virus. The governor further appealed to health officials and community leaders to intensify public awareness campaigns across the region. Ali emphasized the need to educate residents on key preventive measures, kama to maintain proper hygiene standards, washing hands regularly. Unasikia hiyo? Washing hands regularly. Kunajua na watu waliacha hiyo maneno time ya COVID. And reporting any suspected health cases to medical facilities immediately. At the same time, Governor Barasa ali raised serious concerns over the increasing cases ya children being kidnapped and reported missing in different parts of the country. Ali urged strongly that parents, teachers, and guardians will closely monitor all minors under their care to ensure total safety architectures around them at all times to prevent easy abductions.
Tuko na ugonjwa ambao ni wa Ebola ulitokea kule Kongo, sasa umefika Uganda. Na sisi ni majirani wa nchi ya Uganda. So ningependa kuwasihi watu wetu. Ukisikia kwamba uko na kichwa kinauma sana, ama unatapika, unasikia kuchoka, please enda katika kituo cha karibu cha hospitali ili uweze kupimwa. Ugonjwa wa Ebola ni ugonjwa hatari sana. Na pia tumekuwa na visa ambazo za kutatanisha sana. Watoto wa shule wanapotea, wasichana wetu wanauawa. Ningependa kuomba wazazi wetu, tafadhali tuchunge watoto wetu na pia walimu. Let us be responsible, let us take care of our children.
Haya, gia ikiwa tu pale juu, lakini sasa tunateremka kidogo tu kwa sababu iko na makasiriko kidogo. Because the Embu business community has vowed to take matters into their own hands by stepping up security to protect their investments in Embu town following repeated cases of looting and destruction wakati wa protests. Traders wali complain that riots zinaendelea kucripple business operations, force premises mingi kushut down, na criminal groups wanna take advantage of the chaos to vandalize shops. According to the business leaders, local traders lose an estimated 1.3 billion with a B. Yes, 1.3 billion shillings during every protest day. A disastrous situation ambayo ina destroy livelihoods and slowly down main economic activities in the region. Wali warned that continued unrest is damaging Embu County's reputation as a safe investment destination. causing great fear that potential investors could shy away permanently. The traders are now calling upon law enforcement agencies to work hard, to work hard and hand in hand with local business owners to maintain law and order in the town. They warned that criminal rebels hidden among peaceful demonstrators, criminal rebels, unawale wanajificha, of course, wakati wa protests, traders will stand firm and defend their wallets from destruction, proving that injecting stronger security protocols is the only way to save Embu commerce from expiring.
Tunakashifu hiyo migomo ambayo inafanya kuharibu biashara za watu wa biashara hapa Embu, na tunasema ni vizuri watu wafanye migomo ambayo ni ya amani, migomo ambayo haita affect biashara zetu, migomo ambayo haitarudisha Embu County nyuma. Kwa sasa migomo imekuwa juu sana hapa kwetu Embu Town, na migomo ambayo inafanya mtu ambaye anapita kwa barabara lazima atoe kitu kidogo ili aweze kupita. Tunakataa na migomo ya aina hiyo, sababu Embu hatutaki ikue kama Haiti. Tunataka Embu yetu ikae vile ilikuwa hapo awali.
Mimi ningetaka mgomo kama ni mgomo, wacha iwe mgomo ile ya kawaida. Tuna notify the government, tuko na mpaka barua, tunafanya peaceful demonstration na hakuna routers. Na hata wewe, can you be your brother's keeper? Mwambie time is running out kwa wale watu wanapangaga ati tunasubiri siku ya migomo ndio nitatanjirika, ndio nitabeba pombe ya kukunywa wiki moja from a supermarket ama from alio ingine.
Inasemekana ni kama ni leo ni badala ya kukunywa chai ya majani, leo nimekunywa tu hot chocolate, ndio sababu mdomo inakataa. Lakini sasa tafadhali, unajua pia ni muhimu tujichunge sana na hizo vitu tunakula, kwa sababu kuna vile zinatumiwa vibaya. Kwa sababu familia moja huko Kamudhanga Village, Sagana, Kirinyaga County, wako kwa huzuni after their 6-year-old daughter went missing on her way home from school. The young girl, Chantel Nekesa, was reportedly approached by an unknown stranger shortly after leaving the school compound before disappearing in an apparent abduction case that has shocked the whole community. According to the distressed mother, CCTV footage captured accidentally at a nearby shopping center showed the 6-year-old in the company of the suspect, who bought her some cakes before walking away with her. The family was later rebooted into panic mode after receiving witness calls, confirming the girl was spotted at a nearby trading station, not knowing that she had already been lured away. The heartbreaking matter was officially reported to the Sagana police station, where detectives have launched an intense manhunt for the stranger. Local authorities and family members are calling upon anyone in the environment with any information regarding the whereabouts of Chantel Nekesa to immediately snitch to the nearest police to rescue the child safe and sound.
Chantel onekane Jehova. Ngai witu ule aroire mwana.
Mtoto wangu amepotea, anaitwa Chantel Nekesa. Nilimtayarisha akaenda shule, alafu akarudi. Nikamtoa uniform zenye alikuwa nazo. Mimi nikaenda hospitali. Nilikuwa na mtoto mwingine ule mdogo wake mgonjwa. Tukiwa huko kwa hospitali tukapigiwa simu, tukaambiwa mtoto amepatikana na mtu mwenye hamjui. Sasa na huyo mama akimuuliza amempeleka mtoto wapi, akasema anataka kumnunulia kitabu. Sasa huyo mama tena kugeuka tena hakuona huyo mtu tena. Mpaka saa hii tunatafuta mtoto na hatujampata. Sasa tunataka mtu mwenye alichukua mtoto wangu anirudishie mtoto wangu.
Itabidi sasa tumekesha zaidi kwa maombi zaidi, because there's something that is kuna kitu inaendelea na watoto wetu huku Kenya ambayo is very very scary for me as a parent, and even for you as a Kenyan. That's the baseline. For you as a Kenyan, that should be the baseline. Watoto wanaabductiwa. Unfortunately, some lives have been lost with the fire. Man, tuombe tu sana. Tuombe tu sana. But for now, wacha tukafungie hapo hivyo. Up next is TV47 habari right after this. Wacha mimi niende nyumbani nikaanza kupiga dua zangu, kwa sababu nina watoto pia nahitaji kuombea. Mola awaweke salama. Ni hayo tu kwa leo, si mkae poa.